Why you understand English but can't speak it. What did you do over the weekend? Don't look for a perfect answer. Give yourself 3 seconds and try to answer in English. Did you understand the question? There are no difficult words in it. It simply means, what did you do last weekend? You may have many ideas in your head. You stayed home, you watched a movie, you went out for dinner with some friends. You wanted to clean your room, but you never did it. The ideas are there, but when you open your mouth, you may only say, "Nothing much, I stayed home." Maybe you answered the question easily, but even then, ask yourself, did you say everything you wanted to say? Or did your answer become much shorter and simpler when you tried to speak English? That is the strange part. You understood the question. You had an answer. You have learned many English words, but when you needed them, they did not appear quickly enough. Many learners think this happens because they do not practice speaking enough. Maybe they are too shy. Maybe they are afraid of making mistakes. Those things can matter, but there is a more basic reason. Understanding English and speaking English are not the same skill. Today, we are not going to talk about being brave or speaking more. We are going to answer 2 clear questions. Where does your brain get stuck when you try to speak? And how can the English you understand become English you can actually use? When you listen to someone, the English is already there. The other person has already chosen the idea, the words, the sentence, and the tone of voice. Your ears receive the sounds. Then your brain tries to recognize the meaning. The path looks like this: English sounds to meaning. For example, I mostly stayed home over the weekend. When you hear this sentence, you may understand it very quickly. The speaker spent most of the weekend at home. But speaking works in the opposite direction. First, you have an idea. I spent most of the weekend at home. Then you must find the English. Should you use stay or stayed? Should you say at home or simply home? Where should over the weekend go? Which word should come first? After you build the sentence, your mouth still has to say it smoothly. So speaking follows a different path. Meaning to English expression to English sounds. Listening is like recognizing an answer that is already in front of you. But when you speak, there is no answer in front of you. You must choose the idea, find the words, build the sentence, and say it. That is why a sentence may sound very easy when you hear it. But when the sentence disappears and you must create it yourself, it suddenly feels much harder. Listening mainly needs recognition. Speaking also needs retrieval and creation. Your reading and listening practice are like putting English into a large storage room. More words go in, more expressions go in, more sentences go in. But speaking is not about putting more things inside. Speaking means finding the right expression and taking it out when you need it. A busy entrance does not automatically create a strong exit. So listening to a lot of English is useful, but it does not automatically make speaking easy. The English may already be in your brain. The ability to pull it out may still need practice. Not being able to speak is not one single problem. You can get stuck in at least 3 different places. The first problem: you have an idea, but you cannot find the word imagine that you want to say. You were very tired, so you stayed home most of the weekend. You know what you mean, but when you start speaking, you can only find a few words. Tired, weekend, home. Maybe you have learned the word exhausted. When you see it, you know it means very tired. When you hear, I was exhausted, you understand it immediately. But when you want to say, I was very tired, the word exhausted does not appear. The word may be part of your passive vocabulary. You recognize it when you see or hear it, but you cannot pull it out quickly when you need it. This is a retrieval problem. In simple words, the word is in your memory, but you cannot find it without a clue. The second problem: you have the words, but you cannot build the sentence. This time, you may already have these words: tired, lately, weekend, stay home, rest. But now more questions appear. Which word comes first? Which tense should you use? How do you connect the ideas? You may end up saying something like, lately, I very tired. Weekend, stay home. The listener may understand the general idea, but you are building every part of the sentence at the same time. This is a structure problem. Many learners first create a complete sentence in their own language. Then they try to translate every part into English. The longer the original sentence is, the more work the brain has to do. You must think about vocabulary, grammar, word order, and pronunciation at the same time. No wonder your mouth becomes slow. Fluent speakers do not build every sentence from zero. They often use sentence patterns they already know well. For example, I've been pretty tired lately, so I mostly... The main reason is... What I mean is... These parts do not need to be built again every time. You can take out the whole pattern and add your new information. The third problem. You know the sentence, but you cannot say it smoothly. Sometimes the full sentence is already in your head. You can write it correctly. You can read it silently. But when you speak, it sounds like this. I've been pretty tired lately. There are long pauses between the words. By the time you reach the end, you may forget what you wanted to say next. The more you worry about grammar, the slower you become. The more you try to make every sound perfect, the harder it becomes to finish the sentence. This means the sentence is still something you know. It is not yet something your mouth can produce automatically. Speaking is not only vocabulary and grammar. It also includes mouth movement, rhythm, and the ability to say several words as one complete message. Knowing how a bicycle works does not mean your body can ride one immediately. So remember these three problems. No word. Retrieval is stuck. Words, but no sentence. Structure is stuck. A sentence that will not come out smoothly. Your mouth needs automation. Different problems need different kinds of practice. The answer is not to look at the same sentence more times. You need to remove the answer and make your brain find the English by itself. Let's return to the question from the beginning. What did you do over the weekend? We can use 4 steps. Step 1. Listen to a natural answer. I mostly stayed home, but I went out for dinner on Sunday. First, understand the message. The speaker stayed home for most of the weekend, but on Sunday, the speaker went out for dinner. Also notice how the answer is organized. The first part gives the main activity. The second part adds one different activity. But understanding and repeating the sentence are not enough. While the answer is still in front of you, your brain is mainly recognizing and copying it. Step 2. Hide the sentence and keep only the idea. Now remove the English sentence. Keep only a simple picture. A person at home for most of the weekend, and the same person eating dinner outside on Sunday. Try to bring the English sentence back. It does not have to be exactly the same. Even remembering part of it is useful. When you cannot remember, look at the original sentence again. I mostly stayed home, but I went out for dinner on Sunday. Then hide it again. Try one more time. This process is important. Forget, check, and remember again. Repeating a visible sentence practices imitation. Finding the sentence after it disappears practices speaking. Step 3. Keep the pattern and change the information. The answer has a useful pattern. I mostly, but I, on. Now put new information into it. I mostly relaxed, but I visited my parents on Saturday. I mostly worked, but I watched a movie on Sunday. I mostly stayed home, but I met some friends on Saturday. The goal is not to memorize 3 more answers. The goal is to see that one familiar sentence pattern can carry many different ideas. When you speak, you do not have to translate a full sentence from the beginning. You can start with a pattern you already know. Then add the information you really want to express. Hiding the original sentence practices retrieval. Changing the information practices structure. Saying the new sentence several times helps your mouth become faster and smoother. Step 4. Answer with your own idea. Listen to the question again. What did you do over the weekend? This time, there is no model answer. You do not have to use the same sentence pattern. Use the words and structures you already know. Your answer can be simple. I stayed home and watched a movie. I went shopping with my sister. I didn't do much. I just relaxed. The length of the answer is not the most important thing. What matters is that you chose the idea. You found the words. And you did not simply copy a sentence from the screen. That is real output practice. A sentence may look easy when you see it. That does not mean you can use it. Repeating it smoothly one time does not always mean you have learned it either. A sentence is starting to become active English when it passes 3 tests. Test 1. You can remember it without seeing the answer. You only see a situation, a question, or a picture. There are no English subtitles. There is no model audio. But you can still find a useful English expression. Test 2. You can change the information. You do not only know, I mostly stayed home. You can also say, I mostly worked, or I mostly relaxed. The information changes, but the structure still works. This means you have learned more than one fixed answer. You have learned a tool for expressing your own ideas. Test 3. You can still use it later. Immediately after practice, the sentence may still be in your short-term memory. Wait a few hours, or try again the next day. Ask yourself the same question. Can you still answer without subtitles or a model sentence? When you can retrieve it later, the expression is starting to become part of your active English. So knowing how to speak a sentence is not about how many times you heard it. It is not about how perfectly you memorized it. The real test is, can you retrieve it? Can you change it? Can you use it again later? Let's return to the first question one more time. What did you do over the weekend? You do not need a perfect answer. You do not need to write a long sentence in your head first. Start with a pattern you know. Then add one real and simple idea. When the answer comes from your own meaning, instead of being copied from the screen, the English is beginning to move from passive knowledge to active speech. Understanding means recognizing the answer after someone says it. Speaking means finding the words, building the sentence, and saying it when no answer is in front of you. In the first episode, English moved from your ears into your brain. In this episode, English moves from your brain to your mouth.